Welcome back to the show. This is KDS Reviews. This really came up because of something that I've noticed in the past year, really. Can the movie industry be saved? Now, I can remember going to the movies, as a teenager or kid, or even in my 20s and 30s. You had to show up about an hour before the movie started. I mean, an hour before the movie started, because it would be just that packed. It didn't have to be some big tent pole movie. It could have just been a drama or historical movie, and it would be lined up. I mean, there would be people there, wall to wall, almost sold out to just about every movie that came out. But now, I go to the movies now, I'm lucky if there's even 15 people there on the premiere day with a big star in the movie. It steals like almost nobody even there, and nobody even cares about it. One of the things is film history. Now, most of the movies that I grew up with, they're 30, 40 years old, and people still watch these movies. They still quote the lines from these movies. They still know these movies. A lot of these movies now, they're forgettable. I'm thinking like they show some of I saw an episode on TV about the 100 greatest movies. Not one of them were movies that were made in the past 10 to 15 years. I couldn't believe it. It were most of the movies really from the 90s and back. And a lot of it is, number two, bad movies. They're just bad movies. Even some of the ones that I've seen that they were pretty interesting. They're still not that good. There's something missing out of these movies. And you didn't feel like the movie. That's what the movie should do. A good movie does. It makes you feel like you're there and you're right along with the other characters in the movie. These movies now, they're like a chili dog or something. You just eat it, gone, move on to the next one. And there's nothing memorable about the movie. There's no memorable lines. There's no memorable scenes. I'm going to show you something here. Now look at this ad. Those were the movies that I grew up with. I mean, just look at even the ones that were not even even big time movies. Indiana Jones, Star Trek. Wow. Even Ghostbusters were in there. Look at the choices that you have. The choices now, they're not even worth it. I mean, some of the ones that came out that I haven't even reviewed are not even worth my time to go see. Another thing that's doing it is streaming. Now, here's another one, or as I call it, I don't want to leave the house. These movies come out 3, 4 weeks later, they're already on a streaming channel. And the streaming channel, as I've said before, will never be able to replace the theater experience. But a lot of people now have just given up. I'm not going to go. It'll be on streaming in 60 days, 30 days, 2 weeks sometimes. The streaming has spoiled people now. They don't even want to get up and go see. Well, it's too expensive. They say that when they're carrying around a phone that costs $1,000. And here's another one, A-list stars. Now, when I was growing up, we had a lot of big-time stars. You didn't see these stars on TV. The only way you would see them was at the theater. I mean, these were big-time people. You didn't even have to say the last name. Names like Nicholson, Street, Washington, you knew who these people were. They were the big-time stars here. And people would go to the movie. Like I've said before in one of my other shows, they'd go see that movie just because of that star. Those days are gone now. If it was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, you went for Arnold, But now, nobody's really going to go see a particular star. They're going to see the character they're playing. They don't really care about that star, that actor, that actress. They're just really going there for the CGI if you really want the truth. And another thing is no marketing. Now, the last time I went to the theater, there were like 4 or 5 posters I saw just going into the cinema. I was like, wow, I didn't even know this movie was here. There's a movie that I want to see right now called Nuremberg, starring Russell Crowe. I have not even seen a commercial for this movie. No ad. Now I'm watching Monday Night Football. Nothing. I walk past there's a screen. Wow, there's a World War II movie with Russell Crowe in it. and there's no commercial for it, no ad for it, there's nothing at all. The marketing for some of these movies, you didn't even know the movie was even in the theater. Next thing you know, you see it on streaming. It was like, wow, I didn't even know this was a movie. I thought maybe it was made for Disney Plus. No, it was at the theater. Just it was only there for like 15 minutes, and nobody ever saw it. And here's another one. People feel like, well, I'm going to pay all this money, depending on what city you were in, $10 to $20. This movie better be good. So, and I'm not going to risk the money, the money to do it. And there's choices to be made here. So this movie better be good. So they want to wait till someone else goes see it. Then I'll put my time in. Studios have just about given up on movies themselves. A lot of these movies, a lot of these stars now have TV shows on streaming channels. I mean, these were marketable stars at one time, and now they're just on TV acting. It's like everybody has just given up on the theater experience, period. Like I said, no matter what movie it is, that is streaming, the TV show will never be able to replace the actual movie-going experience. This is KDS Reviews, and KDS Reviews are seen twice a week. If you like this type of content, then like, subscribe, and share. Tell me, you're not just the older audience, the younger audience. Do you feel like the movie industry is beyond saving? And what are the things that you think should be done to bring it really back to life again? This is KDS Reviews, and I will see you in the next video.